Silent attractiveness is a different kind of magnetism. The most compelling people in any room are rarely the ones who speak the loudest, flash the brightest, or demand attention with every move. Often, they are the ones who sit a little quieter, carry themselves with calm confidence, and leave you wondering why you feel so drawn to them. That is silent attractiveness. It comes from the way you hold yourself, how you treat people, and how deeply at ease you are in your own skin. It is not a trick, not a gimmick, and not a fake persona you put on just to impress. It is who you become when you start living with intention, with self-respect, and with a grounded inner life. In this video, we are going to explore 11 socially attractive habits, inspired by Stoic wisdom, that help you build that quiet, steady kind of presence. These are not hacks to manipulate people, and they are not quick fixes to make you look more desirable for a weekend. They are timeless principles that reshape how others see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. If you practice them patiently and consistently, you will not need to chase attention, convince anyone, or explain yourself over and over. Your silence, your actions, and your way of being will begin speaking for you. Before we dive in, if you care about building quiet confidence, inner strength, and a more grounded life, take a moment to subscribe to Stoic Ocean and share in the comments which habit you feel you need the most right now. Now, let us begin. Habit 1. Embrace your authentic independence. Silent attractiveness starts with how you relate to yourself. Most people live on a leash, pulled back and forth by other people's opinions, validation, and approval. They change how they speak, dress, and act based on who is watching them. Stoic independence is the opposite. It is the decision to live on your own terms, guided by your values, not by the shifting moods of the crowd. When you are authentically independent, you send an unspoken message everywhere you go. I respect myself. I know what matters to me. I do not need your approval to feel whole. That energy is magnetic because it is rare. In a world obsessed with comparison, likes, and constant feedback, someone who stands firm in who they are without shouting about it stands out immediately. This does not mean you reject everyone or pretend you do not care about connection. Authentic independence is not arrogance. Arrogance says, I am better than you. True independence says, I am strong enough on my own, and because of that, I can connect with you from a place of respect, not from desperation. Stoicism teaches that the only things truly under your control are your thoughts, your choices, and your actions. Everything else is unstable, and trying to control it only makes you more anxious. So, how do you build this kind of independence in real life? First, get honest about your values. Ask yourself, am I living by what truly matters to me, or am I living by what other people expect from me? Write it down. Name the principles you want to be loyal to, even when no one is watching. Second, spend time alone on purpose. Not scrolling, not distracting yourself, but actually being with your own thoughts. Walk in silence. Journal your frustrations, your hopes, and your fears. Give yourself space to hear your own inner voice again. Third, make small choices each day that align with your inner compass, even if people do not understand them. Say no to things that violate your values, even if saying yes would make you more liked in the moment. Over time, you become someone whose life is not controlled by approval. You walk into rooms without needing to impress anyone, and strangely, that is exactly what makes you so quietly attractive. Habit 2. Master the art of silent elegance. Think of someone who does not speak much, but when they do, everyone listens. They move without rushing, stand without slouching, and their presence is calm, composed, and grounded. That is silent elegance. It has nothing to do with luxury, status, or expensive clothing. It is about how you carry yourself through the world. Your posture, your eye contact, your tone, your small gestures all tell a story long before your words do. Stoicism does not ask you to be stiff or robotic. It asks you to be intentional. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." True elegance is rooted in that calm. Your body language can either broadcast insecurity, neediness, and anxiety, or it can communicate ease, respect, and quiet confidence. Silent elegance starts with slowing down. Do not rush your movements. Do not fidget with your phone, your clothes, or anything else just to fill the silence. Stand tall, but relaxed. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath slow down. Look people in the eyes when they speak, not in an intense, staring way, but in a steady, present, and kind way. Your manners are also part of this elegance. Saying please and thank you, listening without interrupting, acknowledging others with a nod or a smile, and treating everyone with the same respect, all create an atmosphere around you. Another crucial element is restraint. When other people lose their temper, start drama, or react impulsively, you do not have to. You can let their storm pass by without stepping into it. You stay composed, not because you are cold, but because you choose not to be controlled by every emotion in the room. In practice, begin noticing how you enter and leave spaces. Do you burst in with scattered energy, or do you arrive with intention? Do you rush your words, or do you give yourself a calm pace to speak clearly? Refine small details. Dress in a way that feels clean, simple, and true to you. You do not need to wear something loud to be noticed. Clarity in your voice, calmness in your body, and kindness in your behavior are far more powerful. Over time, people may not even know why they feel relaxed around you. They will just know that your presence brings a sense of grounded calm, and that is deeply attractive. Habit 3. The subtle scent of sophistication. We often underestimate how small details shape the way people experience us. One of those details is the way you take care of your body and your environment. A subtle, well-chosen scent, or simply clean, fresh hygiene, communicates self-respect without a single word. You do not need an overpowering fragrance that fills the room and announces your arrival. In fact, that often feels aggressive and forced. Silent attractiveness is about leaving a faint, refined impression, not a loud, overwhelming one. Seneca advised that our outer appearance should be simple and dignified, reflecting the serenity of the mind. That does not mean you obsess over looks, but it does mean you treat your body as something worth caring for. Sophistication, in this sense, is not vanity. It is mindfulness. You pay attention to the small signals you send: clean hair, fresh breath, neat clothes, and a light scent that feels authentic to you. These things tell people without words that you value the space you share with them. To practice this, start simple. Choose 1 or 2 scents that feel like an extension of your character, not a mask you hide behind. Keep your environment cleaner than you think is necessary. Wash, groom, and dress in a way that quietly says, "I take myself seriously enough to show up with care." You do not need anyone to notice the details one by one. They will simply feel that being near you is comfortable, pleasant, and calm. That feeling stays with people, long after the conversation ends. Habit 4. Being fully present. In a distracted world, presence is a superpower. Most people half listen, half scroll, and half exist where they are. Their body is in the room, but their mind is somewhere else. You can feel it when you talk to someone who is not really there. Their eyes drift away, their responses are shallow, and you leave the interaction feeling unseen. Silent attractiveness comes alive when you do the opposite. Being fully present means giving your undivided attention to the person in front of you and to the moment you are living. You are not just waiting for your turn to speak, you are actually listening. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to confine his mind to the present, because the present is the only place where life actually happens. When you bring your attention back to now, something shifts in your energy. Your eye contact becomes steadier. Your responses become deeper. People feel heard, respected, and valued around you. Presence also means observing without rushing to judge. You begin to notice the small details others miss, the emotion behind someone's words, the tension in their shoulders, the mood in the room, the unspoken signals that say more than language. This awareness makes you more empathetic, more socially intelligent, and far more attractive to be around. To practice, start with simple habits. When you talk to someone, put your phone out of reach. Look at them. Listen all the way to the end of their sentence before you respond. Notice your urge to interrupt, to fix, or to turn the story back to yourself, and gently let that urge go. Train yourself to be where your feet are. In everyday moments, whether you are eating, walking, or working, bring your mind back to the experience in front of you. This simple discipline changes the way you show up in every interaction. Over time, people will not just remember what you said, they will remember how fully you were there with them, and that feeling stays with them long after the words fade. Habit 5. A touch of mystery. We live in a world where people share almost everything. Every thought, every emotion, every moment gets posted, explained, and analyzed in public. But the people who draw us in most deeply are often the ones who do not reveal everything at once. They are open, but not exposed. They are honest, but not constantly explaining themselves. They share, but they also keep some parts of their inner world for those who truly earn it. That is the power of mystery. Being mysterious does not mean playing games, being fake, or withholding affection to manipulate people. It means understanding that your life, your experiences, and your inner thoughts are valuable, and not everyone needs access to all of them. When you reveal everything immediately, there is nothing left to discover. But when you allow people to get to know you gradually, layer by layer, your presence stays interesting, deep, and quietly captivating. Epictetus advised, either be silent or let your words be worth more than silence. Applied here, that means you do not speak just to fill the air. You talk when you have something meaningful to add. You are not afraid of pauses or of saying, "I prefer not to share that yet," with a calm smile. To practice mystery, stop over-explaining your choices. You do not need to justify every decision to everyone. Let your actions speak louder than your reasons. Live a layered life off camera and offline. Have hobbies, interests, and passions that do not all need an audience. Share enough to build trust, but hold back enough for curiosity. Allow people to earn the right to hear your deeper stories. The less you seek to prove yourself, the more your quiet depth draws people in. Habit 6. Cultivate cultural wisdom. Another form of silent attractiveness is the depth of your mind. Cultural wisdom is not about showing off facts, names, or references to impress people. It is about building an open mind that genuinely cares about the experiences, traditions, and perspectives of others. When you speak, you enrich conversations with insight that goes beyond the surface, but you do so with humility, not ego. You do not dominate discussions. You listen, learn, and then offer thoughtful reflections that help people see things in a new light. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to look beneath the surface and not let outward appearances mislead him. Cultural wisdom is that habit applied to people and to life. You look past labels, stereotypes, and assumptions, and you try to understand what shaped someone's worldview. This makes you far more interesting to talk to, because you are not stuck in one narrow way of seeing things. To practice, start expanding your horizons deliberately. Read books from different cultures, time periods, and philosophies. Have conversations with people whose background or beliefs are different from yours, not to debate, but to understand. Even if you cannot travel, you can explore through documentaries, lectures, and stories from other lives. When you listen, do it without rushing to judge. Ask thoughtful questions, not to trap people, but to genuinely draw out their experience. When you speak, share your perspective with humility and honesty. Offer insights to enrich the moment, not to win an argument. Over time, your presence starts to feel deep, grounded, and wise, even when you speak softly. Habit 7. The heartbeat of compassion. Strength without warmth can feel cold. Confidence without care can feel distant. What truly softens and deepens your silent attractiveness is compassion. Compassion is not loud. It rarely makes big speeches. It shows up in small moments, a patient ear, a gentle word, a kind smile, or simply your steady presence when someone is struggling. Marcus Aurelius advised himself to be tolerant with others and strict with himself. Stoic compassion does not mean you excuse all behavior or carry everyone's weight. It means you recognize that other people are fighting battles you cannot see, and you choose to respond with understanding, not contempt. Compassion builds emotional bridges. It allows people to feel safe around you, to open up, and to trust that you will not mock their pain or dismiss their fears. At the same time, stoic compassion keeps you grounded. You are kind, but you are not walked over. You care, but you do not absorb everyone's burdens to the point of destroying your own peace. To practice this, start by listening to understand, not just to respond. Resist the urge to jump in with quick solutions every time someone shares their pain. Sometimes, what they need most is to feel heard. Be patient with others and also with yourself. You are human too. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your own mind and heart is part of being truly compassionate. If these habits are starting to resonate with you, and you feel your mindset shifting, take a moment to subscribe to Stoic Ocean and share this video with someone who might need these reminders. Now, let us move on to a lighter but equally powerful habit. Habit 8. Laughter and joy. We often imagine Stoicism as something serious, stern, and emotionless, but that is a misunderstanding. Genuine joy and the ability to laugh with ease are deeply attractive qualities. Laughter is a universal bridge. It breaks down social walls, lightens heavy situations, and reminds people that underneath all our roles, we are human. Being silently attractive does not mean you never smile or joke. It means you carry an inner lightness that does not depend on everything going perfectly. Finding moments of humor, even in difficulty, is a sign of resilience. As Epictetus taught, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When life throws you something unexpected, you have a choice. You can break under it, or you can breathe, adapt, and sometimes even smile at the absurdity of it all. This does not mean you laugh at pain or dismiss serious issues. It means you refuse to let hardship steal your entire capacity for joy. To practice, lean into small moments that make you smile. Share light-hearted comments in a way that respects the room. Learn to laugh at your own mistakes, not with shame, but with humility, knowing that you are learning and growing. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who bring out your best, and who remind you that life is not only about endurance, but also about appreciation. Let joy be a quiet thread woven through your daily life. It does not need to be loud to be real. Habit 9. The art of self-care. One of the most silently attractive messages you can send to the world is this: I take care of myself. Self-care is not selfishness. It is a declaration that your body, mind, and spirit matter. It shows people that you respect your own limits, needs, and well-being. In a Stoic sense, self-care is about maintaining the instrument you use to live your values. That includes your physical health, movement, nutrition, and rest. It includes your mental and emotional health, reflection, stillness, and release. It also includes boundaries, knowing when to say no, when to rest, and when to step back from situations that drain you past your limits. Seneca wrote that a sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. Taking care of both is not a luxury. It is a necessity. To practice, make self-care non-negotiable. Protect your sleep as much as you can. Fuel your body with food that supports you, not just what numbs you. Take small pauses throughout the day to breathe, stretch, and reset your mind. Give yourself even a few minutes to sit in silence. Write down your thoughts, or simply check in with how you feel. Start small, but be consistent. Remember, when you take care of yourself, you show up far better for everyone else. That quiet steadiness is deeply attractive because it shows that you are not looking for someone to fix you. You are already doing the inner work. Habit 10. Emotional intelligence and social awareness. Silent attractiveness is not only about how you look or even how you carry yourself. It is also about how you handle emotions, both yours and other people's. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your feelings while being attuned to the feelings of others. Social awareness is the skill of reading a room, noticing the tone, the mood, and the dynamics, and adapting with grace. Epictetus reminded us that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. People with high emotional intelligence live by that idea. They are not trying to dominate every conversation. They know when to speak, when to listen, when to step forward, and when to step back. To build this, start with self-awareness. Notice how you tend to react in tense situations. Do you shut down, lash out, or rush to defend yourself? Instead of judging yourself, get curious. Ask, what exactly am I feeling right now, and why? Give your emotion a name. Then choose your response more consciously, instead of letting your first impulse drive everything. Next, practice empathy. Try to imagine what someone else might be feeling before you answer. Sometimes, a nod, a patient silence, or a gentle, "I understand," can do more than a long speech. Be mindful of the energy you bring into a room. Observe before you act. Make eye contact, listen fully, and notice tone and body language, not just words. Over time, you become the kind of person who makes others feel at ease, respected, and understood. That quiet skill is one of the most attractive qualities you can develop. Habit 11. Consistency and reliability. In a world full of broken promises, last-minute excuses, and empty words, reliability is rare and powerful. Being silently attractive is not about big gestures once in a while. It is about the steady pattern of who you are over time. When people see that you show up when it matters, follow through on what you say, and stay grounded even when life is inconvenient, their trust in you deepens quietly. Reliability is not perfection. You will still make mistakes, but you own them, correct them, and keep moving in alignment with your values. Marcus Aurelius gave himself a clear instruction. Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. Consistency is exactly that. You live your values day after day, even in small, unseen moments. You do not announce every good deed. You simply practice them. To cultivate this, start with small promises. If you say you will be somewhere, arrive. If you commit to a task, do it, even when you no longer feel like it. Be emotionally consistent as well. Aim to bring a calm, steady energy to your relationships instead of being unpredictable or explosive. Show up for your routines, your work, and your people, not just when it is exciting, but also when it is ordinary. Over time, your reliability builds a reputation stronger than any words. People will feel they can lean on you, and that sense of safety is one of the most attractive qualities you can offer. Conclusion: the quiet power of these habits. True attractiveness is not about being the loudest, flashiest, or most visible person in the room. It is about cultivating habits that quietly speak for themselves. Habits that make people feel drawn to you, often without knowing exactly why. These 11 habits work together to create a calm, composed, and effortlessly attractive presence. They do not ask you to become someone else. They invite you to become more aligned with the best version of yourself. Silent attraction is not about begging for attention. It is about becoming someone who naturally inspires respect and admiration just by the way you live, listen, and carry yourself. At its core, true attractiveness is rooted in self-respect and intentional living. You do not need to shout to leave a lasting impression. You do not need to chase approval to be admired. When you live authentically, grounded in purpose and quiet confidence, people are drawn to the calm, the connection, and the genuine depth you bring into their lives. Take a moment to reflect on these habits. Which one resonates most with where you are right now? Which small practice can you begin today, even in the simplest way? Remember, it is not overnight change that transforms you. It is small, intentional steps repeated over time that slowly reshape your presence from the inside out. If this video has given you even one insight you want to carry forward, consider subscribing to Stoic Ocean, hitting the notification bell, and leaving a comment about which habit you are ready to practice next. Stay grounded, stay intentional, and keep becoming the quiet, strong, silently attractive version of yourself that you were meant to be. Real-life scenarios. Silent attractiveness in action. To make this even more concrete, imagine a few simple scenarios from everyday life. Picture a group of friends at a cafe. Most people are half scrolling through their phones, half listening to the conversation, chasing the moment with photos and notifications. But one person has their phone face down, their body turned toward the group, their eyes focused on whoever is speaking. They are not the loudest one, but when they do share something, it is thoughtful, grounded, and real. They ask questions that go beyond surface level. They remember small details from previous talks. They laugh fully without mocking anyone. They are present, kind, and steady. That person may not dominate the room, but people will remember them long after the evening ends. Or imagine someone at work. They are not constantly trying to impress the boss, not jumping into every conversation just to be seen. They do their job with consistency, show up on time, keep their word, and treat colleagues with quiet respect. When a problem appears, they do not panic. They take a breath, assess the facts, and help find solutions without blaming or complaining. If they make a mistake, they own it, correct it, and move forward without drama. Over time, they become the person others trust, the one people seek out for calm perspective and grounded advice. That trust is a form of attraction too. Or think about relationships. Someone who constantly demands attention, validation, and reassurance from their partner may get short bursts of response, but often it leads to exhaustion and emotional fatigue. Now imagine someone who genuinely enjoys time alone, who keeps growing their own life, skills, and interests, even while being in love. They listen deeply, express affection clearly, but do not cling from fear. They have boundaries, respect their partner's independence, and do not collapse when things get hard. That kind of quiet strength is incredibly attractive, because it says, "I choose you, but I am not losing myself in you." Common traps to avoid. As you begin to live these habits, there are also a few traps to watch for. One trap is turning stoicism into an armor, using the word stoic as an excuse to shut down emotion completely. Silent attractiveness is not about becoming numb, robotic, or detached. It is about feeling deeply, but choosing how to express those feelings with wisdom. Another trap is performing these habits just to be seen as attractive. If your only goal is for people to notice how calm, mysterious, or wise you seem, you will always end up chasing their reactions. The deeper goal is to become someone you respect, even when no one is watching. Paradoxically, that is exactly what makes others respect you too. A third trap is impatience. You might try these habits for a week, then feel discouraged when the world does not instantly respond differently. Remember, you are rewriting years of automatic patterns. Silent attractiveness is not a costume you put on. It is a character you grow into. Give yourself time. Notice tiny shifts. like one conversation where you listened a little more, one evening where you chose rest instead of endless scrolling, one moment where you responded with calm instead of reactivity. These are wins. Gentle reminders for the journey. On this path, you will forget these habits again and again. That is normal. The point is not perfection. The point is returning. When you catch yourself chasing attention, pause and remember authentic independence. Ask, what choice would someone make who respects their own values right now? When you notice your body tense, rushed, or restless, remember silent elegance. Lift your chest a little, drop your shoulders, take one deeper breath, and let your movements slow down. When your space feels chaotic, or you feel disconnected from your body, remember subtle self-care. Tidy one corner, drink a glass of water, wash your face, change your clothes, and send a quiet signal to yourself that you matter. When your attention scatters across screens, apps, and noise, remember presence. Choose one task, one person, or one moment, and give it your full attention for a few minutes. When you feel tempted to explain yourself to everyone, to overshare in hopes of being understood, remember mystery. Let some parts of your story belong only to you, or to the few who have shown they can hold your truth with care. When you feel rigid in your thinking or quick to judge, remember cultural wisdom. Ask yourself, what might I be missing about their story, their culture, or their experience? When you feel critical, harsh, or impatient, remember compassion. Turn that compassion inward first, then let it flow outward to others. When life feels heavy, remember joy. You do not need to ignore pain to allow a single smile to exist in the same room. When you feel exhausted, burned out, or stretched thin, remember self-care. Rest is not weakness. It is maintenance for your courage. When your emotions feel overwhelming, remember emotional intelligence. Name what you feel, even privately, and remind yourself that you can choose how to answer that feeling. When you feel scattered, inconsistent, or unreliable, remember consistency and reliability. Start small. Keep one promise today, no matter how tiny. Step by step, habit by habit, you are not just learning how to be silently attractive. You are learning how to live with more honor, clarity, and peace. Extended reflections. Stoic roots of silent attractiveness. At the heart of all these habits, there is an ancient question the Stoics asked themselves again and again. What is truly under my control and what is not? When you build your attractiveness on things you cannot control, like other people's moods, their reactions, or their approval, your confidence will always rise and fall with forces outside you. But when you build your life on what is within your reach, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, your habits, then your presence becomes much more stable. Silent attractiveness is really just the natural side effect of a life aligned with this Stoic insight. Independence grows when you stop begging for control over other people's opinions and start focusing on living out your own values. Elegance deepens when you no longer let every outer storm shake your inner posture. Presence appears when you are no longer trapped in regret over the past or anxiety about the future. Mystery arises when you are secure enough that you do not need to explain every move to be at peace. Cultural wisdom grows when you stop trying to force the world to fit your narrow view and instead open yourself to learning. Compassion blooms when you recognize how often you have struggled, failed, and gotten back up, and you allow others the same human journey. Joy returns when you stop trying to control every outcome and start appreciating small moments that appear without your effort. Self-care strengthens when you accept that this body and this mind are the only tools you have to walk through this life. Emotional intelligence sharpens when you realize that you cannot stop feelings from arising, but you can learn to respond instead of simply reacting. Consistency solidifies when you value long-term alignment more than short-term comfort. From this angle, silent attractiveness is not a style. It is a consequence. the consequence of taking radical responsibility for the part of life you can shape, while letting go of the illusion that you can rule everything else. When people meet someone who lives this way, they often describe them as magnetic, calm, or quietly powerful. But underneath those words, there is usually something simpler. They are meeting someone who is not at war with themselves every minute of the day. And that peace, even if it is still imperfect, is something we all instinctively lean toward. Your own. Next step. As this video draws to a close, remember you do not need to master all 11 habits at once. In fact, you should not try to. Choose one habit that stands out to you right now. Maybe it is independence, because you feel too tied to what others think of you. Maybe it is presence, because you notice how often your attention is somewhere else. Maybe it is compassion, because both you and the people around you feel starved for gentler words. Whatever it is, take that habit and turn it into one tiny behavior you can practice today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when life is finally calm, but sometime in the next 24 hours. Then, when that moment comes, pause, remember this video, and choose the slightly more aligned action. It might look like saying no once, breathing before answering, listening without interrupting, or going to bed a bit earlier. On the surface, these changes seem small, but over time, they are exactly what reshape who you are to yourself and who you are to others. As you keep walking this path, know that you are not alone. Many people around the world are quietly choosing the same journey, away from noise and towards something deeper. If you want to keep learning, growing, and walking that path with us, remember to subscribe to Stoic Ocean so you do not miss future videos like this. Share this one with someone you know is ready to step into their own silent strength. And in the comments, let us know which habit you are choosing to begin with and what your very next small step will be. From here, it is your life, your practice, and your quiet, growing power. 3 short stories of silent strength. Before we end, let me leave you with 3 simple stories that tie these habits together. First, imagine Lena. For years, she shaped her entire life around what other people thought of her. She said yes to every invitation, joined every trend, and stayed silent about what she really wanted because she was afraid of being judged. One evening, after another day of feeling drained and unseen, she wrote down on a page, "What actually matters to me?" Her list was short but honest, time with real friends, work she believed in, and enough silence to hear her own thoughts. Slowly, she started making decisions from that list, even when people did not understand. She left a toxic group that survived on gossip. She stopped answering messages at all hours just to prove her worth. She took walks without headphones, let herself be bored, and watched as her need for constant approval began to loosen. Months later, her life looked quieter from the outside, but inside, she felt more solid than ever. People around her noticed the change. They described her as grounded, more confident, and even more attractive, even though she was doing less to impress them. That is authentic independence in real life. Second, imagine Daniel. He used to be the loudest person in every room, cracking jokes to hide how nervous he felt inside. He feared silence, because in silence he had to face his own thoughts. One day, after a difficult conversation went badly, he realized he had not really listened to a single sentence. He had been too busy rehearsing what to say next. From then on, he set himself a small challenge. In every conversation, listen fully to the other person and wait two seconds after they finish before answering. At first, it felt strange, like he was giving up control. But slowly, he began to feel more relaxed because he was no longer performing all the time. People started saying, "I feel like you really hear me," or "talking to you is calming." He did not become perfectly stoic, but he did become more present, more compassionate, and more trusted. That is silent elegance and presence at work. Third, imagine Noor. She prided herself on working hard, always being available and never showing weakness. But inside, she was exhausted. Sleep was short, meals were rushed, and the only rest she allowed herself was scrolling late into the night, too tired to actually recharge. One day, after snapping at someone she cared about, she realized that running on empty was not strength, it was neglect. She decided to start small, one non-negotiable act of self-care every day. Sometimes it was a walk. Sometimes it was a quiet meal away from screens. Sometimes it was simply going to bed on time. Weeks passed, and her energy began to stabilize. Her reactions softened. Her laughter returned. People commented that she seemed more warm, more approachable, and more radiant, even though she had not changed her clothes, job, or social circle. What changed was the way she treated herself. That is self-care, consistency, and compassion turning inward first, then quietly shining outward. You do not need to be Lena, Daniel, or Noor, but you might see a part of yourself in each of them. Wherever you recognize your own struggles, see that recognition as an invitation, not a punishment. It is a sign that you are ready for a different way of living, one that does not depend on noise, performance, or constant chasing, but on inner work, steady practice, and quiet courage. Practical deepening. Living these habits, day by day. Listening to ideas is one thing, letting them reshape your life is another. So let us slow down for a moment and walk through how each habit can actually look in your daily routine. Not as a checklist to obsess over, but as gentle reminders to return to when you drift back into old patterns. With authentic independence, notice the small moments when you shrink your opinions just to fit in. Catch yourself when you say yes, even though every part of you is quietly whispering no. In those moments, pause, take a breath, and choose one honest action, even if it is small, that aligns more with who you are than with what others expect. With silent elegance, use the ordinary spaces of your day as practice grounds. The way you stand in line, the way you sit on the train, the way you place your phone down on the table, all of these are subtle opportunities to embody calm, poise, and presence. Ask yourself, what would it look like to move through this exact moment 5% more gracefully? With subtle sophistication, you do not need an expensive routine. Begin by simply honoring your body at the level you can. Drink more water. Keep your space a bit tidier than before. Choose clothes that feel like a quiet yes to yourself rather than an attempt to impress someone else. With presence, give one conversation today your full, undivided attention. No glancing at screens, no rehearsing your next line, no drifting away into your head. Just being there, moment to moment, with the person in front of you. You will notice how rare that level of attention is, and how deeply it affects both of you. With mystery, choose one story you usually overshare, and let it stay unspoken for now. Not from fear, but from freedom. Let your actions, your consistency, and your energy speak first. Let people get to know you over time, instead of offering your entire history in the first 10 minutes. With cultural wisdom, you can start small by listening to one voice outside your usual circle. Maybe it is a book from a different culture, an essay from a different generation, or a conversation with someone whose life path does not look like yours. Instead of judging, ask yourself, what can I learn about the world and about myself from this perspective? With compassion, practice softening your inner dialogue first. Notice the harsh phrases you aim at yourself when you make mistakes. Then ask, would I speak this way to a close friend? If not, begin offering yourself the same patience you so easily offer others. From that place, your kindness toward the world becomes more stable, because it is rooted in how you treat your own heart. With laughter and joy, let yourself notice tiny moments of lightness throughout the day, the way sunlight falls across your table. The small mistake that becomes a funny story instead of another reason to criticize yourself. Give yourself permission to smile without needing anyone else to validate that it is okay. With self-care, choose one ritual to protect, even on your busiest days. Maybe it is a short walk, a few minutes of stretching, a page of journaling, or simply going to bed slightly earlier than usual. Remind yourself that every time you honor this small ritual, you are quietly telling your future self, "I am looking out for you." With emotional intelligence, challenge yourself to pause before your next reaction. When something irritates you, instead of firing back immediately, take one slow breath. Silently name what you are feeling: anger, fear, embarrassment, or disappointment, and then choose one response that reflects who you want to be, not just how you feel in that second. With consistency and reliability, do not wait for huge commitments to prove who you are. Start with the smallest promises you make to yourself. If you say, "I will read for 5 minutes tonight," follow through. If you say, "I will message that friend back," do it, even if it is just a short, honest reply. Each kept promise lays another brick in the foundation of the person you are becoming. As you live these habits day after day, you may not notice dramatic changes at first, but slowly, you will feel more grounded in your own skin, less desperate for approval, and more comfortable in silence. Others will sense it too, not because you are louder, but because you are truer, calmer, and more present than before. That is the quiet revolution of these habits. Not to turn you into someone you are not, but to uncover the version of you that has been there all along, waiting for you to live with a little more intention, courage, and care.